Hey, welcome to the SOS Dojo. I am Joe Marcoux. I'm the founder of the SOS Dojo. So glad to have you here because I'm going to be working with a really interesting group of retail people in the nutritional supplements industry, a company called Popeyes. They have over 130 locations across Canada, and I've had the pleasure to work with different regions across the country. Today, what we're doing is we're going to actually be working on two different subjects. The first is we're going to be working into product stacking, how to be able to have no fear in terms of be able to create more products that are going to help people. So it's not about jamming products down people's throats. It's about getting the right products that are going to help them so that the customer wins. Ultimately, that's the bottom line. We're going to help them make a choice to get the products that are going to help them win. And then the next piece that we're going to do, because we're doing two sessions in one today, because I'm getting them to catch up, is digging deeper into desire. Because people can learn about products, then the question becomes, how do you link the product to what they really want, which is what the product gives them? Results. And what do they feel about results? Because you got to remember, people buy based on emotion and they justify with logic. And so in this context, what I'm going to do with this group today is we're going to practice being able to get the right products to the right people so that we can ultimately get them what they're looking for. So let's get this party started. Welcome, 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 my friends. I want to give a special shout out to Judy, who is walking in Europe. I can't even believe that you're here. You're blowing my mind. You're blowing my mind. So Judy, I know you're walking and you're probably going to have a hard time, participating. However, you can just nod. Is it your win of the week? Is that you're there?
Pardon?
Is your win of the week the fact that you're there in Europe?
Absolutely.
It's
beautiful here.
What's been is it your first time? You're in Chechnya? Is that where you are?
I am right now, yes.
And what's been the most notable thing that you've experienced so far?
Honestly, I think seeing all of the castles and seeing all the architecture is so amazing.
Good for you. Good for you. Well, thanks for being here, and I promise I won't call on you too often. Take in the sights, just enjoy it. It's great that you're here. Thank you. All right, let's go around the room real quick with some wins. Meg, what's going on, girl?
I was kid-free for 24 hours, so we had a nice dinner out, and I got tasks done that my 2-year-old would have just made too hard.
Congratulations. It's not that I get it, totally get it. It's not that we dislike our children. It's just, hey, being kid-free, it takes a village to raise a child. So get other members of the village to help you out so that you can have some quality time. Atta girl. Love it. Good for you. Stephanie, what's a win?
I guess Meg came and visited me this week, so that was fun. I got to see her in action at the store.
All right. Good stuff. Love it. Dusty, what's a win, brother?
Had a little Halloween party on the weekend, so that was well.
I like it. We're early.
Yeah,
I'm digging it. Matt, what's a win?
I am at a new store now. So I'm in Barhaven. No longer with Jackson or Bank Street, but it's a much smaller back room. But yeah, it's definitely a win.
Congratulations.
Assistant manager at Bank Street, now manager at Barhaven.
You're gonna make things happen, man. You get moved around because they want you to, lift things up. It's good for you. Taylor, what's a win, young lady?
I made something really good in the crock pot.
That's a great win. It's a great win. There's nothing like walking back into a room or walking back into the house when the crock pot's been on all day and it's like, oh my God, it smells so good. Yeah, awesome. Good for you. Laura, what's a win?
So this weekend I ran our booth at the National Women's Show here in Ottawa.
Yeah.
So we did the Saturday and Sunday days, and it was awesome. It was a lot of really, really cool vendors, made a lot of sales, and because I'm in the office full time now, it's nice for me to kind of still be a part of the community and get to talk with people and help people out. So it was really fun for me.
Love it. Good for you. Yeah. It's, there's something to be said about that social interaction. And you guys all know it. We're in retail and retail requires energy. And it's great, you know, if you're in the office to be able to get back out and it's like, oh yeah, this is something that I love. So good for you, Laura. Jackson, we'll finish up with you and we're going to get started.
Went to the Ottawa Redblacks game on Saturday with a few of the guys in my fantasy league. They got blown out, but it was a fun game.
All right. Hey, it happens as long as you had fun. Good stuff. So guys, we all know that today is a 90-minute session. So we're doing catch up. I know. So we got to bring the energy. I will tell you that we're going to finish up. The last half hour is going to be a quiz. Judy's going to have like an impossible time to be able to do this quiz. So don't worry, Judy. No expectations of you on this. And keep in mind, for those of you that have done a quiz before, right? It's going to be done on Kahoot. It's going to be very challenging if you're using a phone. You want to have separate screens so that you can answer quickly. Anyways, we'll get to that in about an hour, maybe a little bit less. And let's dial in here because we've got a couple of things. So the goal now, and the reason that we're doing this way is because last week, if I recall, we were having Thanksgiving. And so because of that, do you guys everybody here have a good Thanksgiving? Give me a thumbs up if it was good. Right? Awesome. Yeah, same here. By the way, my win of the week was that I was off grid for the last 5 days. I literally just got back home yesterday. I shaved this morning. I didn't shave. I literally had a gray beard this morning. I was off grid in Menaki, Ontario for the 24th annual family muskie fishing trip, boys only. And yeah, we acted like crazy fools. I definitely gained too much weight and now I'm back on my plan. So let's go. Yeah. And caught lots of fish. So what do you want? Life is good. All right. So we're going to start with the first part of our 2-part series for today. So it's no fear product stacking. And then again, we're going to get into the quiz after I do what I call session 11 with you guys. So we're going to move quick, you guys, because I want to what we're going to do is we're going to catch you up with the Wednesday group. So again, welcome here. Congratulations for being here. Let's rock and roll. 80% of success is just showing up. You're here. The fact that you're here, you're already winning. So today we're going to go over SMART goals that lead to desire. No fear product stacking. What I mean by this is that what do we need to be able to do to be able to add more products to a stack that we're going to suggest without feeling pushy? And then within that context, how do you overcome common objections in this context? We're going to do some drills. And then, yes, we are going to get to the quiz. That would have been the session that we would have done on Thanksgiving Monday. So I'm going to be mixing this session and then this week's session coming up. No, we'll go over that with you. Just remember this, you guys, highest energy wins. This is a critical component. If you're going to be really good at doing the job that we need to do to be able to have people compelled to want to buy, your energy is going to tell the story. We've gone a little bit over this before in terms of what this roadmap is. You guys are doing it on the floor. You're condensing this down into a really small transactional opportunity. Keeping in mind that now we're looking at this from a perspective, it's not BOGO anymore. So the way that we do this is we draw people in, and a compelling offer could very well be that they're just coming in for a restock. How do I build rapport with somebody, ask them the right questions to quickly find out what's going to be their goal so that we can get them to a place where when we make them the options to choose, they feel compelled to want to buy. So who can tell me what's the purpose of product stacking? What's the purpose of it? Stephanie.
To reach your goals faster, I guess.
Okay. Matt, thank you. Anybody else? Matt?
To kind of create like a synergistic effect between products to kind of give you better results.
I like it. Yeah, it's falling in line with Stephanie. Like it. Anybody else got anything to add? Meg, purpose of product stacking?
Most people come in thinking they just want one item when in fact they want 2 or 3. So it's just helping them realize what they're actually looking for.
Right. Okay. So helping our customers realize what it is they're looking for. And it's all based on the fact that they have results that they want. So guys, remember, and I had asked this at the AGM back in July, how many products are people using? And the average number was 14 to 15. And the average number where people like us, like you, stop selling or stop helping is usually around 4. And so the question is, who gave you the right to stop serving this customer? If the customer is looking for something specific, you give them the products that are going to help them get there. So who decides the amount of products in a stack? Taylor?
The customer.
The customer? Okay. Laura, do you believe that it's who decides the amount of, I mean, ultimately, Taylor, you're right. Like there's, the customer is going to decide. So Laura, if I ask you, who decides the amount of product in a stack? Is it the customer or is it you if you're on the floor?
I think the customer will decide how many they're willing to commit to, but it's kind of on the staff to provide the amount of options. So it's kind of a 50-50.
Very interesting call. Okay. So, and there's no wrong answer. If you offered, here's the thing, and it's just a question of mindset, you guys. Like Jackson, if you offered somebody 4 products in a stack, as opposed to you offered somebody 10 products in a stack, let's say there was actually 10. And I'm not trying to force you to give somebody 10 products. It's if the 10 products were legitimately going to help this customer reach their goals. What's going to be better? What's going to be better for the customer? Is it the 10 or the 4? Again, it's going to, what do you think?
The 10.
Right? And again, if all 10 products are going to actually help the customer. So the answer is, it's a mixed bag question. And you guys have to make the decision. And the decision comes down to who's going to decide the amount of products in a stack. Well, it starts with you, and then it ends with the customer. So Taylor, you are correct. And Laura and Jackson, you guys are correct. It's up to us to, at the very least, give the options. And so this is where it gets fun, is you can go best option, right? Gold, silver, bronze options, or what I like to call best, better, good. Give the best options first. Highest energy wins. Go in with the best option. Go, Stephanie, this is the best option for you. And these are not only the must-haves, it includes the nice-to-haves. And then you can take some of the nice-to-haves away, and yet, as long as the foundational pieces of the stack are there, you move forward. So what objections can come up when suggesting a stack to a guest, you guys? Stephanie, what do you think you're going to hear?
Sometimes I think if it's like a lot of information, then they just get a little bit overwhelmed.
So just overall overwhelm. Okay, that's great. Matt, what do you think? What objections can come up when suggesting like a large stack to someone?
I would say the most common would be budget.
Okay.
Financial objection.
Sure. Could be a budget. How about you, Dusty? What do you think? What objections can come up when suggesting a stack to one of your guests in the store?
I was gonna say budget. Yeah, that's the most I would probably get.
Okay. And how about you, Taylor? What do you think? Is there anything other than price that might deter someone?
Usually customers will say like, "Oh, I wasn't planning to buy this much today," so
Okay.
that kind of goes along with budget.
Yeah, and that's a veiled objection, right? It's a different type of objection that comes up. How many of you guys have ever heard somebody say, and Laura, go ahead. I saw your hand come up.
Sorry, some people, it's the commitment level to taking too many things. People are, especially nowadays, like a little bit lazier, where they would prefer like all-in-ones, where
Right.
it's like one pill, one shake, one whatever. So when you're doing a big stack, even though it's the perfect thing for their goals, sometimes it kind of, oh, that's a lot of things I have to remember, the things I have to split up throughout the day, and it's like a little bit of inconvenience to them.
Yeah.
In a commitment standpoint.
So there's a commitment piece to this. And then there's also, have you guys ever heard this? Wow, that's just a lot of pills. Right? Meg's giving me this, Laura's giving me this, right, guys? So the dosages that are on the bottle aren't necessarily the best dosages. Again, you guys know better than anybody. There's going to be some times where you can say, hey, the recommended dose on here could be 1 a day. And based on what you're looking for, and this is where you guys get to play the role of, literally, it's holding the doctor frame as you're the expert. And the frame is, this is what you need. This is the suggestion. Doesn't matter what the label says. Again, not the label. Sometimes you can make recommendations based on dosage. Have you guys ever done that before? Yeah? Okay. So it's just important to note that ultimately those objections are going to come up. Some people are just like, there's a level of, I don't know if I want to take that many pills. I don't know if I can commit to that. Of course, price. And so we're going to we're going to do some drills on this in a quick sec. And again, we're going to practice this out, getting you guys ready for this. So what's more important for Popeyes customers? Reaching their goals or saving money? What's more important for Popeyes customers? Dusty?
They're both.
Okay, but I'm giving you got to choose. So you have a choice. A customer's coming into Popeyes, and I know it says lowest, supplements lowest prices. What's most important for them? Is it the lowest price, or is it getting the results that they desire?
I guess it's desires.
Yeah. That's
Where you have those things.
I mean, see, this is where things can get really murky. Because if you guys do your job right, like the buyers for the company are doing their job. They're getting products, they're buying them in bulk, they're buying them in quantity and putting together PVS size and everything else so that you guys can be supplements lowest prices. What really matters to a customer, mind you, is that, listen, if it was 10 cents a serving for something that made them feel horrible, nobody's going to buy it just because it's cheap. People are going to purchase. People will be willing to pay more if you can prove and you give them the desired result. And so there's two must-have ingredients to make any sale happen. The first is desire. The second is urgency. Next week when we get together, we're going to practice developing urgency using logic, because people buy based on emotion and justify with logic. So what we're going to work on today is being able to dig into the emotional space, and then how do you gather the logic to be able to make that work so that both sides of the brain fire. So during your discovery process, we've already done some of this, is getting somebody's SMART goals, the specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound goals. And then once you have that, and to be able to make this objection free, so that when you offer somebody the choices of stacks, which could be everything, and then here's everything, and keep in mind when you go like gold, silver, bronze, or best, better, good, it's always best to start off with the best options for them, because then when you downsell, you take away things, and nobody wants things taken away. You guys all said the same thing earlier. What's the common objections that you're going to hear is price. Hey, I'll save you some money. The thing is, you're going to lose out on, and nobody wants to lose out on anything. If you started backwards, you did this ass backwards, which a lot of people do, they'll start off with, here's the basics. Here's the basics that you need. Well, okay. And then if you spend more and we add this, you're going to get and then you have to raise your energy every time that you tell somebody you're going to spend more. Nobody wants to spend more. Taylor, do you want to spend more money? No. Thumbs down, right? I mean, if money was no object and you had, an infinite supply, well, who cares? But that's not the case for most of us. So the leading factor to an objection-free sale is desire. If you guys ask the right questions and get someone to feel a certain way, then when you offer the stack, they will go based on the results that they desire. So the formula is this. It's 10 times 1 times 1. 10 times 1 times 1. I'm going to do this a few times here. 10 times 1 times 1. What do you guys think the 10 is? If the formula, based on the fact that people will make a decision emotionally, what emotion is going to drive people to move quickly? Or if I put it down to two things, pain or pleasure, what's going to get you to move faster? Pain or pleasure? What do you think? It's a safe place, you guys. What do you think? What's going to get you to move faster? Pain or pleasure? Jackson?
I would probably say pain.
That is 100% yes. Gold stars, explosions for you, bro. Yeah, it's pain. If you had the choice, Stephanie, to, hey, I can go over and put my right hand on the puppy and pet the puppy dog, and meanwhile, my left hand is on fire in a cast iron pan, what's going to make you want to move quicker? Pet the puppy or get your hand off the frickin' pan? Stephanie, I know you know the answer.
Well, obviously the pan.
Yeah, obviously the pan. Here's the part that most people F up. Yeah, thanks, Judy. On the bus, okay? Here's the thing. The most people, I'm not saying you guys, most salespeople, they make the mistake by doing future pacing way too soon. So this is the problem. And guys, like, pay attention to this because it might be part of the quiz. Might be. If you future pace too soon, what you end up doing is you end up saying, so you find out a little bit about the goals that they have in mind, and then you start saying, so imagine it's 6 months from now. Imagine, and you're talking about the future, right? Imagine petting the puppy 6 months from now. The pain in the moment, Jackson, is, hey, so you want, for example, you want to drop 30 pounds. So then you start asking TED-based questions. TED is tell me, explain to me, describe to me. You guys remember TED? We talked about this briefly. Tell me how it feels. Explain to me how it feels. Describe to me how it feels. So when you use TED, tell me, explain to me, describe to me how it feels. So for example, so right now you're 30 pounds heavier than you want to be. So tell me what it feels like when you look in the mirror. And right now, some of you might be going, it's like, that's exactly it. It's painful. And then the reason that it's 10 times 1 times 1 is that you guys, if you spend more time in terms of finding out how it feels for them in the painful moment, they will take action way faster. If you just make it all lovey-dovey and, you know, the sky is blue, cows go moo, and I love you, tell you what, people aren't going to be moving. Our goal is to help people take action. They get to decide. You all agreed earlier, you're going to make options in terms of what choices they're going to make. Here are the products, and then they get to choose. Then they could say no to everything, by the way. That's okay. No is an answer. That's an acceptable answer. What really sucks is, I don't know, maybe, and them wasting your time. So the 10, when you focus on how they feel right now in the pain zone, that's the 10x. The first times 1, by the way, the first 1x is what happens if you do nothing? Like, that's the question. What happens, Stephanie, what happens if you do nothing? Matt, you want to drop 10 pounds, or you're getting ready for a show and time is running out. Like, dude, what happens if you do nothing? Well, if you do nothing, then you don't reach the goal. That creates FOMO, right? Fear of missing out, fear of losing out. So that question is the first time 1. The last times 1, that's when you future pace. So you go, Taylor, now imagine. Now imagine. If I said, Taylor, you want to drop 30 pounds, tell me what it feels like right now when you look in the mirror. So when you're getting ready to go out, with friends, are you wearing the clothes that you want to wear? So what does that feel like? Describe to me what it feels like going into your closet and you're looking at something that you really want to wear and it doesn't fit right now. Get people to feel that, because we've all been there one way or another. So we can relate. Then you go, so just out of curiosity, what happens if you do nothing? They're going to tell you, right? What it would feel. So what would that feel like if you don't reach your goal? Then you get into the last times 1. So now imagine it's based on their SMART goal, right? Specific, measurable, actionable, realistic, and time-bound goal. So based on the timeline, you go, hey, Matt, so now imagine it's 6 months from now, or it's 6 weeks from now, you're walking up on stage and you're shredded to the bone. You got skin like an onion. And before you even hit your first relaxed pose, you've already won. Tell me what that feels like. Right? Right? Matt, you're already there. You've got to get the pain first. Because you could go, so tell me what happens if you do nothing. Well, I'm not sure. So tell me what happens when you walk up on stage and you're holding water. And the fact is, you're not just holding water because you can't flex fat. Tell me what that feels like. Right? Tell me, explain to me, describe to me. That'll get people, the pain will get you to move way faster than the pleasure of getting the trophy. Does that make sense, guys? So the goal here is, how do you ask these questions without feeling like an a-hole, right? Because that's the fear. I know it. I could see it all in your faces. Like, I would never ask these questions. Yeah. When you do, and you do it from a place, honestly, guys, when you come from a place of, I'm caring for this person, because the last thing that we want is for people to buy products and not get the results that they're looking for. Like, imagine not living a life full of level 10 energy. Imagine living a life of level 4. It's like, yeah, I'm coming in for protein. Really? Is it just protein that they're looking for? Like, people want more out of life. They want to live it like don't you want to live it like Judy right now? Like 100%, let's go. Yeah. That's the point. Like, let's help people squeeze the juice out of it. So it's okay. I'm giving you permission to start asking people about the pain point that they're in right now. 10 times 1 times 1. That's the formula. 10 times pain in the present. How does it feel right now? Stephanie, tell me what it feels like right now, not being in the shape that you know you could be. What would that, right? Tell me what it feels like when you know that you're going to the beach and you've got to put a swimsuit on and you're not going to want to wear it. It might not be you. You know people that feel that way. Don't you, Stephanie?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay for you guys have the, honestly, you're all in a place where you can ask these questions of people. It's not just the product and the ingredients in the bottle. That's not what we're here for. We're here to help people make a decision to get them to the results that they're looking for. That's the real deal. So what happens if you do nothing? It's the pain in the future. Pain is going to get people to move. Then it's the future pacing shows up. That's where, hey, pain in the present. What happens if you do nothing? Now imagine. That's the future pace. This formula, you guys, requires practice to get the skill down. The formula works. It's powerful. And this is where you're going to use TED-based questions. You guys familiar with TED Talks? You ever see that? A TED Talk on YouTube? Okay. Same principle, except now you're going to use tell me, explain to me, describe to me. This is a writer-downer moment for the quiz. Can I help you even more? Somebody's going to win $50. And last time, was it Laura? Laura, did you win it last time? Was it Jackson?
No, Jackson sniped me at the last minute.
How many quizzes have you guys done? Just the one? Okay. So Jackson sniped at the last minute. Well, yeah. Pay attention, kids. When you use TED, like TED should be one of your best friends now when you're on the floor. You just ask people, hey, so tell me a little bit about where you're at right now. Now, in the moment, in the present. Explain to me what that feels like. So, explain to me what it feels like when you're, like for example, pre-workout. Explain to me what it feels like when you don't use a pre-workout. Just have them talk to you. They might say, well, when I don't use pre-workout, what could they say? I don't get a great pump. I don't have a lot of energy. I'm missing out on focus. Wow, what does that feel like? Describe to me that a little bit more. Like just it might not be painful like, hey, I've chopped an arm off or, like my dog just died. That's not the point. It's the irritation of the moment that when you keep digging at it with tell me, explain to me, describe me what it feels like right now, that irritation becomes hell painful. So when you get desire and urgency blended together correctly, people will make a decision. So let's practice. We're going to put in a few reps here. Okay, guys. So what we're going to do is we're going to assume that you already have done SMART goals with someone. We're going to be dealing with a woman by the name of Sarah. She's 28. Her SMART goals, you guys have already asked, figured out her SMART goals. She wants to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. She wants to increase her protein intake to 130 grams per day. And she wants to go to the gym 4 times a week for at least 45 minutes. Now what you guys need to do is figure out what her real desire is. These are SMART goals are objective data. It's just data. I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. I want to increase my protein intake. And then I want to go to the gym 4 times a week for 45 minutes. That's great. There's no emotion behind this yet. So now the question is, what is her deep-rooted desire? Well, that's for you guys to figure out. So you're going to call me Sarah, and then what you're going to do is you're going to say, and then I've got a deep-rooted desire. You guys, and what you're going to do is you're going to each ask a question, and what's the formula, guys? What's the formula, Laura?
Acknowledge, ask a question. Oh, the formula is the 10 times 1 times 1.
You got it. 10 times 1 times 1. And you're going to acknowledge and then ask a question. So you're going to acknowledge the way that I feel with affect labeling. This is all new for you guys. Don't worry. We're going to take baby steps. This is why you're in the dojo. And what you're going to do is you're going to find out the driving force behind this decision that Sarah, or your guest in this case, the new gym goer Sarah, is telling you about. So you know she wants to lose 10 pounds, she wants to increase her protein intake, and she wants to go to the gym 4 times per week. That's all you know. Now the question becomes, each of you get to ask one question. And remember, 10 times 1 times 1. Once you guys figure out what you think is, I believe we have her desire, okay? I'm going to be role-playing Sarah. Once you figure out what you believe my desire is, then you guys are going to put together a stack of supplements that are going to be appropriate based on her goals and desire. Again, when desire is high, people buy. That's the beauty of this exercise. Doesn't mean that you have to have conversations with people on the floor when you're super busy, like that are going to last an hour. We don't have that kind of time. What we can do, however, is that when you get to know people, and especially your people are coming in for restock, and you know what their goals are, you guys know a lot of your regulars. It's amazing. What would happen, for example, Judy, I'll ask you this question. I know you're on the move. What would happen, Judy, if you had someone who was a regular and they took protein, creatine, and a pre-workout, and then based on what you found out, you got them, for example, on a greens product, and now they started adding greens on a regular basis, and they liked the energy they got from it, and they just felt overall better. What would that do for them, and what would that do for Popeyes as a company?
It ends up making them feel a lot better, but it also, obviously allows the company to grow. They can only increase sales, which is what we need.
100%. Like, and the average cost of a greens product, Judy, I know you're on the road here. Last question to you. The average cost of let's say, a United Greens.
So $69.99 is on sale right now.
Okay.
So you're saving $10 off for 50 servings.
Listen to her, on the go, and she knows it's on sale. Love it. So if you got one, guys, think of it from this perspective. This customer's getting what they're looking for. They're getting everything they need out of adding United Greens to their stack. What does it do for Popeyes? What does it do for you guys? Taylor.
Well, it increases the sales.
Yeah.
Overall sales, because it's like a foundation product, so they can keep coming in for it.
So over the course of a year, if this person now sees the benefit of this and they continue to restock and use it, that's $70 per month. Let's call it $69.95. That's $70 per month will translate to approximately $860 over the course of, like, almost $1,000 extra revenue to the company. That helps put money into your pocket, Taylor, because the company's got to be profitable to pay you. Does everybody see the benefit in this? Like, it's not just what's good for the client, it's also what's good for us. It's like, it's okay to be making a little bit of money, you guys. Like, nobody's getting, fleeced. Popeyes certainly doesn't take advantage of the customer. Popeyes is there to help the customer get results, and people are willing to pay for results as long as they're getting a good deal, which they're already getting at Supplements' lowest prices. Does everybody agree? Yes? Yeah. So now, one last time before I And we're going to practice this out before I switch gears and we go and we'll dig deeper into desire in the next module. So now, remember, I'm Sarah. I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months, increase protein 100 to 130 grams a day, and I want to go to the gym 4 times a week. Using tell me, explain to me, desire, right? Tell me, explain to me, describe to me how it feels right now. Start asking questions based on what my goals are. I want to lose 10, just start with the basics. I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. Each of you gets to ask me one question. You get to ask me each one question. And then what you're all going to do is pay attention, because you're all going to be playing the role of the same Popeyes trusted advisor or salesperson. When you're selling, you're helping. Matt, you get to start. And by the way, if you're not sure what to ask, just say pass. It's just an exercise. Go ahead, Matt.
So I just wanted to clarify, I'm just starting with one of the goals, like not all three.
Well, yeah, or if you want to use all three blended into one, you can. Sure. But you remember that what you got to figure out is, what's my desire? You guys all have to, once you figure it out, you can either raise your hand or just hit the react button and then click on raise hand, and then I'll see that you got it. Okay? So you guys got to, your job is to figure out what Sarah's desire is right now. Go ahead.
So I noticed you mentioned you wanted to lose 10 pounds in 3 months. That's an awesome goal, definitely achievable. What's the main reason you want to lose the weight?
The main reason, yeah, you know what? It's something that I know if I drop 10 pounds, I know that I'm gonna feel better. Stephanie?
Okay, so you want to feel better. Can you tell me, when you look in the mirror right now at yourself, can you describe how you're feeling?
Oh, great question, by the way. Right? Tell me what it feels right now. So dig in the pain. Well, right now I'm not really feeling really comfortable, and I'm looking at clothes that I want to wear, and it's like I'm 10 pounds away from being able to wear them. So I'm feeling a little, feeling actually ashamed. Laura?
Thank you for telling me how you feel. So if you could describe to me how your relationship with food is currently. I know you want to reach 130 grams, and that's an amazing goal to focus on. So what's it like when you think about your meal plan and your day-to-day?
Ooh, you know what? For me, the whole idea behind meal planning and day-to-day, I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated with it. Yeah. That's probably the best way I could describe how I'm feeling about that. Dusty? Okay. Meg?
Do you have an event coming up in 3 months?
So Meg, awesome. Now this is great question, because that's going to create a little sense of like urgency to it. Let's go back real quick. I just said, what did I tell Laura how I was feeling about the meal plan? You remember?
Oh, I was doing something else.
No worries.
At the same time.
Okay, so I was frustrated.
Yeah.
And then Stephanie.
Also talking about stuff that she doesn't feel good in her clothes.
Right.
So I think there's a thing coming up.
You got it. So guys, what we're going to do, and Meg, I'm putting you on the spot. And I do this because I love you. Okay? Because this is now we're going into higher level skills here, my friends. This is what's called affect labeling. This is a list of some of the emotions as adults we start to, as Meg just talked about, I didn't have the kids for 24 hours, right? The kids have a hard time expressing what they're feeling at times. So, they go mad, glad, sad, happy, right? Like that, the basics. As adults, we can define the emotion. And when you do what's called affect labeling, and Meg, I'm throwing you here, not under the bus. I'm giving you an opportunity to take it to the next level. So if I'm saying that I'm feeling frustrated, then you double down on that. And these are some of the other emotions that go along when you label the emotion to someone and you tell them, okay, so you're frustrated. That means that you're feeling irritated. and you're annoyed with the way that your meal planning is. Well, what you're doing when you label somebody's emotion, you're listening to them into existence. This process of affect labeling, you guys, doesn't just work in sales. It works in life. If you truly want to be listened to, somebody's going to tell you what they've heard, as opposed to, oh, I understand, I hate doing meal planning, and right? When you start doing the I thing, not that Meg, you didn't do that. You went right into a question, which is great. If you add the affect label first and you just go, oh yeah, you know what, it can really create a lot of anger, and you might be feeling like irritated with this. The person, what ends up happening, and there's 4 cues, I'm going to give you guys this real quick as an added bonus. There's 4 things that will happen when you affect label correctly. And there's a book that's called De-Escalate by Doug Noll. Doug Noll is actually one of the black belts in the SOS Dojo. He's one of my staff members. There's 4 things that happen. And this, if you want to, how many of you would like to be able to like stop all fights and arguments in 90 seconds or less? All fights and arguments in your life. Stephanie's the only one. Yeah, Matt's giving me the, okay. Judy? Okay, awesome. This is the way to do it. Somebody's pissed off. You don't go, I. You go you statements and you tell them what they're feeling. Hey, you're angry right now and you're irritated and you're frustrated. And what you end up, somebody's now feeling heard. People make every decision in their life based on emotion. Even the most stoic person will make a decision based on emotion and justify with logic. So the moment that you label the emotion, there's 4 cues that happen. They're going to start nodding yes. They're going to say yes out loud. They're going to say it with a sigh, and their shoulders will drop. So it'll look and sound like this. Yeah. Or, yeah. They feel heard. You literally listen someone into existence. So those are the cues. And when you get to do this, it'll come automatic. By the way, all of you already have the ability to label emotions. And even if you guess, you're going to be right 99% of the time. Now it's just a question of creating the habit and making the practice. So Meg, coming back to you, I've said to you that I'm not happy with the way I'm looking in the mirror. I'm irritated with the idea of meal planning. How would you label that? If I gave you
all of those adjectives?
Yeah. Yep.
It could be as irritation. It can almost be defeat.
Ooh.
You can almost feel defeated.
Yeah, that's awesome. So go ahead and say, so go ahead and say, hey, you know what, Sarah, you're feeling defeated at times. Go ahead.
Sarah, it sounds like you're feeling defeated at times.
Yeah.
What would it feel like if we could just improve your meal plan over the next 3 months?
Okay, so really, Meg, totally with you, because now we're already going to future pacing. This is the tough part of the exercise. I want you to dig deeper into her pain right now. And this is where, for all of you, you guys are going, oh my God, this is just so uncomfortable. Because it is. It is. We're doing it as an exercise. Like 10x. Most people will not go so deep. Again, Meg, I'll ask you this question just for giggles. Have you ever had someone on the floor share with you so deep that they're actually like they're weeping or they're crying? Has that ever happened to you?
We've actually had a couple people that had cancer that had to put on weight, and they just felt absolutely defeated because they had zero appetite. So the one person's like, I don't think I can do this, and just started crying. So
yeah.
Work with it.
Yeah. Like guys, when the emotion is that high, and if anybody's ever done any type of like coaching for people when they first are meeting you, it's really, really a challenge. And so I'm not suggesting that every time you have a conversation with someone that they need to cry to be able to make a sale. That is not the point. Okay. Let's just be abundantly clear. The point is that if you can touch a nerve where they open up, whether it's through frustration or irritation or anger, or again, like some people, it's like, I feel defeated or I'm sad about it. Like it's okay for people to feel emotions. We all do. It's when you touch upon them and you're showing that you care, you're asking these questions because you care, then the truth will come out. So Meg, if you were to go even deeper with tell me, explain to me, describe me how it feels right now, where would you go? What question would you ask? Knowing that I'm irritated and I'm frustrated and I want to drop 10 pounds.
You can ask, Well, you can ask you can ask them, like, why is it so important to you to drop those 10 pounds?
Okay, so what makes it so important? Because if we ask a why question, it could put people on from yellow alert to red alert. So I'll go with what? Well, so what makes dropping these 10 pounds so important to you, Sarah? And the answer will be, well, you know what? I mean, I've got clothes that I absolutely love that I want to wear so that they just fit well. And they don't right now. And it makes me sad. Let's go with Jackson.
You're feeling very upset. I know you mentioned wanting to go to the gym 4 times a week for 45 minutes. Tell me how it feels when you aren't hitting that goal.
Yeah, I mean, well, I feel disappointed in myself, and I'm just lacking. It makes me feel like I lose confidence. Let's go back to Matt.
So in contrast, how does it make you feel when you do get to the gym and you've put your all into a workout?
Okay. Well, I would feel, when I do work out, it's exactly what I'm looking for. I feel more confident and I know I'm getting the results that I want. Stephanie.
Can you describe to me in how you would feel in 3 months if you were to lose those 3 pounds or lose those 10 pounds and you were able to fit into those clothes that you want to fit into?
Right on. So Stephanie, remember the formula. And again, this is totally a safe place, and everybody, you're all making mistakes together. It's great. It's great. This is how we learn. So Stephanie, you got the times one, the last one. So the first thing you got to ask is, so just out of curiosity, Sarah, what happens if you did nothing?
Okay.
Right? Because then she's really going to feel pain. If I did nothing in 3 months' time, similar to where Meg had made reference, what's happening in 3 months' time? And again, I could give you an example to answer Meg's question. Well, in 3 months' time, I'm actually going to a high school grad reunion. And I want to look at my best, and I don't look my best right now. I'm really disappointed. Go ahead, Stephanie. Now ask that question.
So when you do go to that grad reunion and you want to feel your best, then if you actually were able to apply the 10 pounds loss, how would you feel?
Right. So imagine, Stephanie, you said this instead. Before you go there, it's okay. You're doing great. It's Stephanie. So you're going to a high school grad in 3 months' time. You're going to see some people you haven't seen in a long time. You want to look your best. Just out of curiosity, what happens if you don't reach your goal and you walk in? Okay. What's that going to feel like if you don't? What do you think she's going to say? If you were to role reverse and you're Sarah right now, you don't lose the 10 pounds, you walk into your high school grad after not seeing almost everybody for 10 years, what will you feel like when you walk in, not being able to wear the clothes that are sitting in your closet right now that you want to wear and you can't? What does that feel like? Go ahead, Stephanie. What does that feel like?
But you're asking me what?
Yeah, if you were Sarah, what would you tell me?
Awful.
Right. You would feel awful. Nobody wants to feel awful. Then you go, exactly. So then you ask the question that you previously, go ahead and ask me your question that you originally asked.
Okay. So imagine if you did put all the work in and you were able to go and see all those friends that you wanted to see, how would you feel then? I would
feel amazing. Laser show, right? That's the point. You guys, she just asked it, but the point here is this. You take somebody on this emotional roller coaster of it sucks, it sucks, it sucks. And then what happens if you do nothing? It really sucks. And then the ride comes in where it's fun, where it's like, okay. And then now imagine. You paint the picture. Now imagine it's 3 months from now. So what is her real goal? What is her desire, you guys? What does she really want? Anybody? Come on.
She wants to feel confident and be able to impress everybody that she hasn't seen in however long.
Nicely done.
Go to herself.
So she wants to feel confident in her own skin, comfortable wearing fitted clothes. She wants to look hot in front of her classmates that she hasn't seen. It's great. So now you guys, what is Sarah's supplement stack based on what you've just told me? What's the ultimate stack for her, guys? Meg, there's no wrong answers. Whatever I wrote doesn't matter. You guys are the pros. So talk to me. What do we got?
I would do protein greens in a natural fat burner.
Okay. Protein, greens, natural fat burner. What else? Anybody else?
I throw a pre-work in there
Yeah?
to help her with motivation for those 4 sessions.
Okay. She's got 10 pounds to go in 3 months. What else?
Big glutamine for recovery since she's upping her gym.
Nice. Fish oils from Judy. Thank you. What else, guys? I added a couple things. I'm just going to throw it over to you guys, okay? What about the fact that this is someone who, because you guys nailed it, right? I put L-carnitine on there. I put essential amino acids. And I also put in skinny syrups because she might have cravings. Like I love the skinny syrups personally. It's like, if I want to be able to I'll add some to my coffee just to, right? Does anybody else like bars? Like you got a craving? Hey, if a Snickers bar comes along and rolled itself in whey protein, that's what a bar is. I mean, it's still a Snickers bar, and you might as well at least do that than hammering an actual Snickers. Get the protein in. Do you guys agree or disagree? You guys can obviously, instead of a Snickers bar, we could go with a Quest bar or whatever other options that you guys, grenade bars. Yes? Collagen? Thanks, Judy. Okay. Well done, my friends. So just wanted to show you that this was the deal. All right. So now we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna leave this. We're gonna move on to real quick over this. I'm gonna finish up the session, and we're gonna go see what we had. So again, guys, smart goals and desire and urgency lead to better stacking. Overcoming objections and closing isn't about selling more. It's about helping our guests get the fastest, most effective results. When they win, we win. And highest energy wins. So now we're going to dig deeper in desire, because when desire is high, people buy. We've already gone through this. We're knowing that highest energy wins. So again, what's the purpose of stacking? It's to help people get the most out of their stack, be able to get the best results possible. Who decides the amount of products in a stack? Well, we recommend they decide. The 2 must-have ingredients to make a sale happen. What are they? Anybody remember?
Desire and urgency.
Thank you. Desire and urgency. Maybe it's on the quiz. Your discovery process is what you're going to be doing. You're going to be asking questions to find out their SMART goals. Same thing, right? The leading factor to an objection-free sale is desire. The formula is 10 times 1 times 1. Pain in the present. What happens if you do nothing? Right, Stephanie? Just add that right before you go into, so imagine, just do that question. I'm telling you, what it does is it creates the emotional roller coaster of, holy shit, yes, I want that. Which is good. I mean, because imagine if they actually did nothing. Oh my God. They're doing themselves a disservice. They need to decide. So the line of questioning, this formula helps people quickly decide. The key here is on this, we've got to use TED. So remember, tell me, explain to me, describe to me. Because without desire and urgency, you're not going to have your optimal outcome. So let's do this again. We're going to do this one more time. Digging, and again, we're going to be doing this in the weeks to come as well, because it's a skill. And as you guys get better at this, you'll see that and I'm just going to move over to this. All right. So now we're dealing with a guy by the name of James. He wants to gain 10 pounds of lean muscle in 6 months. He wants to eat 3,500 calories a day with at least 200 grams of protein. And he wants to train 5 days a week with progressive overload. Okay. So that's James. That's the what, right? These are the goals. This is the objectives. Now the question becomes, without asking why, it's what's this guy's why? What is it that's the driver? What's his desire? So you can call me James now. What am I feeling? And remember, practice the affect label. If I tell you I feel a certain way, come up with other ways to be able to describe it. And these are descriptors as examples. And if you need them, I can put them up on screen for you. Okay? Same drill. Now, does everybody need to see my SMART goals? Or you guys got it? I'm going to do it again, let you guys see them, just in case. Okay? I want to gain 10 pounds over 6 months, 3,500 calories a day with 200 grams of protein. Laura's got a snuggle bunny. You can't hide it, Laura. It's all good. And then strength train 5 days a week with progressive overload. All good. It's all good. All right. So now, start asking questions. Figure out what my desire is, you guys, and then we're going to go into the quiz. All right? So, I want to gain 10 pounds in 6 months. Laura, you get to start. I mean, I put you can't hide. Go ahead.
So James, I understand you want to gain, you want to put on some size. When you look in the mirror right now, how do you feel?
Nicely done. Well, I don't, how do I feel? I don't feel weak, but I don't feel strong either. I mean, I want to, I'm a little, you know, I'm going to say I'm a little appalled with the way that I look. I'm actually feeling a little uncomfortable. Meg.
What do you think you're going to feel like if you're 10 pounds heavier than what you are now in 6 months?
Okay, so let's go with first and foremost, I'm feeling uncomfortable, right?
Yeah.
So match that with the label. So you're feeling uncomfortable. I'm feeling what emotion would, because I want to put on.
He's feeling uncomfortable. You're feeling a little bit awkward in your own skin.
Love
right
it.
now.
Nicely done.
You're going to feel with 10 extra pounds of lean mass in 6 months.
If I get that, and again, I'm going to go with it. It's a little soon for future pacing. We're going to still go with it anyways. How would I feel? I mean, I would feel strong. I would feel, definitely, more confident to be able to go, talk to girls. Stephanie? Follow the thread. It's obvious now.
So you'd like to feel strong and confident when you talk to girls. Can you describe to me how you feel right now when you're speaking with girls?
That's the problem. I don't. I have literally, I'm just too afraid to. Matt. I just said that I was afraid. Label that.
Yeah. So you mentioned to me you're afraid. What would, because I wasn't sure, do I have to stick to the same goal or am I allowed to use one of the other goals?
Just for the sake of today, we want
Okay.
go with it. Go where you want to go, Matt. Just you guys can pick up on things, right? So the goal here is you want to follow the thread. If somebody gives you something and it's painful for them, like dig into that pain. You're allowed in this exercise. Go ahead. Go wherever you wanted to go, Matt. I'm curious where you're headed.
Okay, because because after what I would have done is after I figured out if you went to the future, I was then going to move on to the next goal and then kind of do similar.
Keeping in mind that we're not dealing so much with goals as much as we're dealing with desire. So what is this guy? What does he want right now? What do you?
I mean, he definitely wants confidence and definitely wants
you're there. You're totally there, bro. So now, Matt, you got it. That's literally what this is what James is looking for. Now it's up to you guys to, okay, so what is it? It's ask me a TED-based question based on the fact of what he's feeling with it, right? He wants to be seen as strong, athletic, boosting self-esteem, and attracting attention to the opposite sex. That's his desire. So Matt, you nailed it. Even if you do have it down, you still got to follow the formula of 10 times 1 times 1. So you touched upon it. Now, what question would you ask in the moment right now where he's not confident?
my brain's like
It's okay.
sidetracked because it went from like now it's like, oh man.
Because we get,
ask another one?
yeah, Matt, you're not the only one who's ever done this before, right? Like, so what happens is it's so easy to go, hey, like we can talk about. So when you see yourself in the mirror and you're lean and shredded, like you can feel a certain way. The fact of the matter is that human beings, we do want to be accepted. We do want to look attractive. Like that, this is really emotional stuff. Like he's obviously not in a relationship with someone, like obviously, right? So, you may find out. So tell me what it feels like right now when you have the opportunity to speak to someone and you just don't have the courage. Talk to me about that, man. Just tell me, explain to me, describe to me, talk to me. And again, it's a short conversation. What's wild, you guys, is that I know that you guys are selling supplements. You guys will have people open up to you. It's unbelievable because for them, you're almost like the bartender or the therapist. Because you're asking people questions that other people are too afraid to ask. Jackson, does that make sense? Okay, Jackson, go with it. Talk to me. Go. Dig deeper into this right now.
Explain to me how it feels, or explain to me how your workouts feel when you aren't able to hit 3,500 calories and 200 grams of protein.
Oh, I feel like shit. Dusty.
I was gonna say, so you're feeling like garbage?
Yeah. Thank you, Dusty. Then ask the next question.
When was the last time you felt comfortable, like in your own skin?
Oh, it would have been back in high school, and you know that was quite some time ago. And so now, you know, I definitely I want to be able to recapture that. Taylor.
Explain to me how it feels when you do strength train 5 days a week.
All right, you know what? There's something about that just gives me more, more energy, and I just feel good. Overall, I just feel like I've got strength. Laura.
Would this be the time I could transition to the ×1? Yeah.
Correct.
So it would be, what happens if you did nothing right now? How would you feel if you couldn't put on that size?
I'd be really disappointed in myself. In fact, I'd start losing hope in general. Meg.
What are you currently doing to help reach your goals?
Okay, so go back again. This is the practice, you guys, of the label. So I'd lose hope. I'd feel disappointed. So go ahead and label it, Meg, and then ask me that same question.
I hear that you feel like you would lose hope.
Yeah.
What can we do to help you reach those goals currently?
So I need to figure out a way to be able to make sure I can get enough of that protein and calories in, and ultimately, and this is the kicker. It's because you're on your way. You already know what Meg. You already know what needs to be done here. So reframe the question as in like you can now imagine the future. Because Laura already asked the what happens if you do nothing? I'd lose hope.
Yeah.
So now it's like, yeah, you'd lose hope. You'd feel like a failure. Then now imagine and paint me the picture of me winning of whatever. What do I really want, Meg?
You want to look good and talk to girls.
So paint the picture. It's 6 months from now. You've put on 10 pounds. You look great. And you've got that level of confidence where you can go and talk to anybody. Tell me what that feels like. Sold. I don't care what do you got, Meg? Okay. Load up the box. Like load up the cart. Does that make sense, you guys? I'm gonna mute Meg because she's in the middle of something. Okay. This is an exercise, by the way, that with practice, what it does is it earns you the right. It earns you the right to go, here's like 2 to 3 products, which is your typical stack for people. And it earns you the right emotionally to give people the options of everything that they freaking need. They still get to choose, you guys. And the practice of this will help you guys. You'll do it fast and you'll do it automatic. And by the way, there is no other sales training program that does this. They don't. They just go goals, product, goals, product. It's not just about product. The product is helping people get what they want. And the want is based on emotion. It's feel. Does that make sense? So let's go real quick here, you guys, because I want to get the quiz on before you guys have to go. What's the supplement stack for James? Meg?
A weight gainer and creatine, and then maybe an extra protein powder.
All right, Dusty. I like the extra protein powder call. I like that a lot. Dusty, what else?
I probably do like creatine and myosin or something like that. HMB.
Okay, HMB. Dig it. What else? Laura.
BCAAs, greens, maybe like an extra carb powder source for like the workouts.
Cool. Taylor.
I was gonna say mass gainer, creatine, greens powder.
Okay. So I threw in joint care, because if somebody's going to be lifting heavy, they want to put on size, they're going to train hard, and then warrior bars, because there's just nothing like having a bar in your vehicle, especially if you're hungry. Matt, do you agree?
Definitely.
Yeah. The other benefit of bars, you guys, is that, and then we're going to start the quiz right now after this quick story, is if anybody here ever read, Meg, did I ask this question to you and Judy before? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. You guys ever read that book or heard of it? There's a John Gray, who's the author, who I got a chance to meet. He said to me, if ever the woman that you're with or your daughters are ever hungry, you're already too late.
I say there's a 30-minute window. If I say I start getting hungry, you have 20 minutes to get food in me.
Yeah. So just word of the wise to all the men on the call. Dusty, Matt, Jackson's gone. Buy extra bars, put them in the glove box, put them in the center console. My daughter kept it in, was the Tasmanian devil. And it was like, just eat this. And she was like, I'm not hungry. Just eat it. She was definitely hungry. And suddenly this beautiful child emerged within 10 minutes of eating a bar. So yeah, game changing, absolutely game changing. All right, my friends, let's get this. It's called the Popeyes Customer Experience Quiz. There is $50 up for grabs. You guys have done a great job, by the way. Let's get this quiz going. You're going to be using your phones. You can use the QR code and put in that game pin. Feel free to change your avatar. Majestic Cat. Judster. Wow, everybody's in. All right, let's go. $50 up for grabs. Jackson is defending the title. This is a multiple answers for this. Guest walks in and says, just looking, how should you respond? There's more than one answer. Three seconds, got to answer. Yeah, by the way, we got to move quick. So if somebody says, hey, I'm just looking, right? There's multiple answers here. Hey, sounds good. I'll check up on you in a quick moment. Very important to be able to let people give them their space. And then, hey, welcome to look around. What health goal are you looking to achieve? That's an example of, right? Just open it up for comment. And they could say, hey, I'm still looking. I'm just looking. No problem. Feel free to look around. Don't worry, guys. Finish this sentence. When emotions go up, everybody nails it. When emotions go up, intelligence goes down. Like people end up doing some stupid stuff, or put in another word in there. Megatron holding the lead. Remember, guys, you will get points for speed and obviously points for accuracy. True or false? Urgency is the only thing that drives a person to buy now. That is correct. It is false. Desire needs to be there. Just because it's a good deal doesn't mean somebody's going to buy it. Matty boy. Megatron has the streak with 3 in a row. Still early. Put this in the right order for double points. Place the buying conversation in the right order. You have 20 seconds. Five seconds. All right. 3 of you got it right. So you greet somebody first and you build rapport. Then you find out what their SMART goals are. Then you dig in with Ted finding out what their desire is. And then you give them their options as a trusted advisor. Well done, you guys. Excellent. And so, a little bit of a stretch going on. Megatron is hanging on with Matty Boy right on top. Let's go. For Popeyes, what is the most important outcome for the customer? Trick question. Trick question. I had the leadership from Popeyes tell me this, right? Because everybody's excited. The customer gets the best retail experience. Yes, the customer getting the results that they're looking for is critically important. For Popeyes, not for the customer. For Popeyes, what is Popeyes looking for? It's getting the customer the best retail experience. Oh, Lil Nuts coming up. It's a tight game, you guys. All right. Multiple answers. A customer tells you they only want to spend $50. You find out they have ambitious goals and want the best value. There's multiple answers. There's more than one correct answer. There you go. So you show them all the products they need for their goals and let them decide. Absolutely correct. And then you show them the products they should start with based on what they told you. You just do your job. Somebody tells you it's $50, guess what? $50 is my budget. Budgets aren't real. If they're going to choose $50, then that's their choice. Matty Boy coming back. Megatron coming back. Lil Nuts just hanging on. A guest cross shops and finds a product cheaper, but it's a screenshot from 2 years ago. What do you do? It's a screenshot from 2 years ago. Yeah, follow policy guidelines. Somebody finds it cheaper. Doesn't mean that you beat the price now. Again, it's 2 years ago. If it's recent, if it's like in the last, what are your policies? You guys know. Follow policy guidelines. Megatron back in the lead. Love it. Double points, guys. Customer says, sounds expensive. So you reply, nobody got it. And here's it, right? Sounds expensive. If you say, thanks for letting me know, you're agreeing with them. If you say, thanks for sharing your opinion, which is what it is, what are we comparing this to? Thanks for sharing is also a slight agreement. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not expensive. Thanks for sharing your opinion. Thanks for letting me know how you feel. No change in score. It's all good, guys. Megatron holding the lead. Mrs. Jones is scared to use creatine because she doesn't want to bulk up. What do you say? If I could show you details where you won't, would that interest you? Because again, the fear that people have is, right? I don't want to be big like Arnold. I mean, I can't believe how many times in my career I've heard that. It's like, right? Here we go. Oh, a slight shift. A slight shift. It's still a tight game. True or false, you guys? Everyone should use a pre-workout. True or false? Correct. Even though we all want to get yoked. It's false. Not everybody should use one. Well done, you guys. Lil Nuts on top. First over 6K, no problem. What is the first step in creating a great customer experience, you guys? Five seconds. Everybody got it. Judy, sorry I'm frozen. Ugh, I gotcha. You're on the other side of the planet. It's all good, right? It's not next, please. It's greeting the customer warmly and genuinely, right? Dusty, digging that? All right. Here we go, guys. What makes asking open-ended questions when assisting customers so important? Yeah, you guys, it encourages the customer to share their goals and challenges. So ask the open-ended questions. Ask what-based questions. Well done. All right. For double points, what should you do when a customer hesitates to buy a product? 10 seconds. Yeah, focus on their needs and address objections confidently. This is what we're doing here. Focus on their needs, find out what their goals are. You'll be able to overcome objections specifically, especially when you know their desire. It makes objection handling even easier. All right, more than halfway home for double points, you guys. How can you build trust with your customers? It's obvious. Here's the thing. There are some people within the Popeyes organization that use technical terms to prove their knowledge and expertise. Wrong way to build trust. Wrong way. Always talking to people about the most expensive products, it's not the point. If you base it on, yes, expensive products should be better than others, what really matters is your genuine interest in people. And using tell me, explain to me, describe me is going to help you get there. You guys are so freaking quiet. Like, you should hear other groups unmuted saying, pick the yellow one. It's the green one. Like, you guys are like 6 questions left. I mean, I don't know. Is Lil Nuts going to win this one? Quiz. Multiple answers for double points. How many products are in the ultimate supplement stack? Remember, there's more than one answer. Yeah, there were 3 possible answers here. Depends on SMART goals. Depends on the level of desire of the customer. And then SMART goals, desire, and urgency. I recommend they decide. That's the ultimate answer. Ooh, D-Sups. Look at Dusty.
The tractor.
That's what's that?
Little Nuts is right behind.
That's it. That's it. It is tight, you guys. All right. Again, multiple answers. What is closing? It's the beginning of a relationship, and it's the natural outcome of alignment between a guest's needs and our solution. It is not the end, right? It's not where you take their money. It's ABC, always be closing. This is a combination of 2 things. It's the beginning, because if somebody starts using a new product, like the example that I used earlier, they start using greens for the first time, it's the beginning of something, and it's the natural outcome of alignment. Oh, so close, you guys. It is so close. Can you feel the pressure, the heat? I mean, D-Subs has the highest answer streak of 8. And yeah, you should be. Here we go. When closing a sale, what should you try to avoid? Well, yeah, I mean, broccoli in your teeth is that's a great answer. However, the best answer when you're looking to close a sale, what should you avoid is having no as a possible answer. So the example of this would be, so do you want to take it? Do you want to take it? It's yes or no. As opposed to, so there's this option or this option. Which one do you want to take? No is not a possible answer. It's yes or yes. That's the approach. What is happening?
No way, Dusty.
Look at this.
Enjoy my dust.
Megatron, D-Sups, Lil Nuts, Matty Boy, Jax, it's all too close to call. It's all too close to call. This is so awesome. Let's go. And double points. This could separate. What's the TED method in the SOS Dojo? Be careful. Be careful. Somebody hit tell me, excuse me, desire me. I don't know who that is. That is not the right answer. Right? We're going to find out real quick. Tell me, explain to me, describe to me. Oh my! Oh, Laura! So good.
Someone tell me and I
That's right.
I was that too. I was like, ooh.
It is so close, you guys. There's 2 questions left. Whoo! Can you feel it? Here we go. Put the puzzle in the right order for double points. Your guest says, I can't afford it. Place the sales objection system answer in the right order. You got 30 seconds. Of course, you do get points for speed. If you get it wrong, you get nothing. Put it in the right order. You'll see there's affect labeling going on. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 2. Nice. Okay. Right? You first tell them you're feeling concerned about the cost. You label it. And then you do see how these products can serve you, right? They say, yeah, excellent. You want to get the benefits. If you got the stack at a lower price, would you be willing to give it a try? I can't afford to pay you. Well, let's see what happens now. Oh, Jax! From behind. Are you kidding me? We are down to the last question. Oh man, this is literally anybody's game. Whew.
Jackson, stop being greedy.
We are down to the last minute here. This is awesome. All right, last question, you guys. What's a good way to upsell without being pushy?
Take your hand, Jack. Don't run it.
Jackson's green.
5 seconds.
It's the green one. It's green.
It's green.
So you suggest additional products that complement their original purchase. I'm going to show you guys this short video to prove a point.
Joe, why you gotta leave us hanging like that?
Hey, this is part of what I do.
Okay, but how do you sell anything to anyone? For those of you watching this wondering why you care, because life is sales. You sell yourself to your partner, you sell yourself to your children, you sell yourself at your job, you sell yourself to your boss, you sell yourself to your clients. All of us are constantly selling, especially those of you that think you're not. And there's one way to sell anything to anybody. It's the oldest trick in the book, and it's not a trick. It's a way of living your life. Build trust. How do you build trust? Commit to something, deliver on it, communicate effectively, and make sure that everything you say you're going to do, you do. And if you can't, that you communicate up front. This is an age-old wisdom. It's probably not going to trend this video. You're not going to share it 1,000,000 times with your friends because it sounds common sense. You know, the crazy thing about living in the world in 2023 is the common things are just not so common anymore. You want to stand out, build trust, do the simple things really, really well. Hope that helps you.
Do the simple things really well. So great. All right.
Jackson, wipe that smile off your face.
So now the question becomes, who
I'm
won?
feeling confident.
Who won? We ready, guys?
I've got this one in the bag.
Oh, here we go. Let's
I think
see.
it's super rigged, and I think Jackson got it again.
Well, let's see this. Judy had an unfair advantage of being on a bus, so she's going to have an opportunity to play next time. In third place, Megatron. Great score, Meg. D Sups in second, and in first place, holding on.
Jackson!
2-0.
Close score, you guys. Like, seriously close score. This was ridiculously fun. Great job. Great job.
Joking in the last, 4 questions.
It happens. It happens. So, my friends, next week when we get together, we're going to be working on urgency. I'm going to show you guys that's going to something that whether you use it at work or anywhere, how to be able to blend that emotional response and then get it to a logical space where it's like there's no emotion to it. It just adds to the fact that people are going to, I got to do this. We're going to practice that next Monday. Great job, you guys. Congratulations, Jackson. I will email you another $50 Starbucks gift card. There will be more.
Thank you.
There will be more. Do you guys like the quiz? You guys want more quizzes in the future? They're coming. Judy, enjoy your holiday or your vacation or whatever you want to call that. Enjoy it. Be safe. See you guys next week. Congrats, guys.